Deep in the ocean, an orca pod is on the hunt. But these aren't your average orcas. These guys are organized.
Marketing team, did you get those social media posts scheduled for the SEAL migration?
Aye, Captain. We even have an automated notification for all pod managers when they go live.
They use Monday.com to keep their teamwork sharp, their communication clear, and their goals in sight. Monday.com. For whatever you run, even orcas. Go to Monday.com to dive deeper.
Well, I don't see the point in waiting any longer, so let's bring her out. The star attraction, the one you came to see. Ladies and gentlemen, the one, the only, Miss Judy Gold.
Oh yeah, hello right now, hello right now, and welcome to Kill Me Now. That's our new theme song. I'm Judy Gold. I'm here with and Patrick's on the boards. He won't say anything, but he'll tell us we can't, sing any songs, and then take the song out, and then piss the guest off, and then blah.
Why does he hate music so much?
I know. Every time, well, I didn't announce you yet, but you can talk. Okay. Every time we sing any, like a bar of a song, it's like, oh, we can't do that. We can't do.
Isn't there a rule like that you're allowed 3 notes or something?
Oh, shut up, Patrick. But Shelley Wright came on. Shelley Wright came on and did one of her songs from her new album that she owns and everything, and he takes it out, and then she's like, "What the fuck?" And then we had to put it back in.
Question. Did you bring the Jew bell?
I thought you brought the Jew bell. I actually was gonna put it in my.
No, I wasn't at your house this morning.
You had a bell last time.
Yeah, I brought it for you and you took it.
No, I didn't. It's not in my bag.
Did we leave the Jew bell at CBS?
Where's the Jew bell, Patrick?
Patrick.
It's over there?
Let's look. I'm looking for the Jew bell. Oh my God, I was going to bring my thing.
I think it's okay.
Fuck. God damn it.
We'll improvise.
There's got to be something that makes noise.
The audience is like, thank fucking God.
We have a Jew bell, Kerry. Okay. Fuck. Come on, there's got to be something that makes noise. Wait. Oh, look. Okay. Okay, so this is our Jew bell.
Oh, boy.
Okay, that's not even that bad. Good afternoon, or morning, or evening, whatever you're there. Okay, so as you can tell, I'm in a really good mood today because of our guest. Otherwise, I'd be in the fucking shittiest mood because it's raining and I hate Donald Trump. So, and Jeff Sessions, and Rex Tillerson, and Steve Bannon, and fucking Jason Chaffetz, and who else do I fucking hate? Putin, Jason, or whatever his name is, Jared. Fuck him.
Subway Jared?
Yeah, he's an asshole too. Mm-hmm. But today's guest is someone that I was lucky enough to share a stage with 6 nights a week and 2 afternoons a week.
Yes.
She is one of the most talented Broadway actress, whatever the fuck we have to say now. She's unbelievable. She is an unbelievable singer. She
so funny.
She's just the greatest person. She is the greatest person, and we shared a dressing room together. Yes. And you think I'm a slob? Okay, I don't even compare.
What? You totally compare.
No, I don't.
Are you kidding?
Oh my God.
You totally compare. We're equal, I would say.
Oh my, what? You had worse. You had food shit.
You left coffee sitting on the floor for like a week.
We need pictures.
Okay, all right.
Tell me you guys took pictures.
I have to tell you. Well, fuck this goddamn thing. I'm having a hot flash. Okay, so Kerry Butler is here, everyone. Yay! Kerry Butler, Broadway star. And, been on commercials, soap operas, TV shows. All right, anyway, but listen. You left food. Yeah. You left fucking food. Coffee is not as bad as food.
Where did I leave food?
You left food. You had some chocolate. All right, here's the best story. So opening night, Joey, her husband, sends her this huge bouquet of flowers. Do you remember this?
No.
Okay, huge bouquet of flowers. And Elisa sends me a huge bouquet of flowers, right? And I took a picture of my flowers, but Kerry's flowers were in the background, and Kerry's flowers were way bigger than Elisa's flowers. And she was so fucking pissed off. Why are you doing this? And you know, like, and since then, I have done a couple of other shows. She has not sent me any flowers. She didn't send any nothing for Shakespeare in the Park.
No, Elisa, you're supposed to send bigger flowers.
Yeah. What, did you think you were trying to make her feel?
Right, yeah. That's her thing. Can you fucking believe it?
Someone tweet her and tell her it's bigger flowers.
Please. All right, so Kerry Butler, in case you live in a cave, I'm just going to go over a few shows she's been in, okay? Blood Brothers, Bat Boy, Hairspray, Little Shop of Horrors, Xanadu, Gore Vidal's The Best Man. There's so many other ones. What else? Disaster, the musical that I got cut out of when I went to Broadway. And then, I mean, there's so many more. But, you started at the age of 3. You were born in Bensonhurst, even though you look like you are so from the fucking Midwest.
I tried to pretend that I was.
I know. But you have to talk closer to the mic.
Oh, sorry.
Yes, she's very feminine. So you were born in Bensonhurst.
Yes.
And you started doing commercials. And you did Dixie Cup, right?
Yes, you did your research.
Yes, I did. I did my research. Yes, I did my research right now. Yeah. And you did, do you remember your lines?
No, I think I just fed a hot dog to a dog, maybe in the Dixie
Really?
commercial.
Did you think that was...
I remember my lines from when I was like 9 years old.
Okay,
you know?
so you did it till what age? Because then your mother made you take it.
I did it from 3 to 5. Then she stopped so I could have a normal childhood. And then I saw Annie, and then I wanted to do it again.
Right.
So I've been doing it since I was 9.
So, the normal childhood was 4 years. Is that correct?
Yeah.
That's really nice of your mom.
Yeah, she was always like that the whole time too. Like, if I even got a commercial and it was prom, then she'd be like, I think it's more important that you go to prom. And so
Oh, great. See? And that's why you're such a good mom. All right. So, okay. So you did 9 years old. Tell me your commercial.
Okay. Well, I did a lot. But once I remember, you might remember, just one squeeze and I get 3 toothpastes? Wow!
Colgate. Is that Colgate?
That's Aquafresh. The 3 colors.
Aquafresh.
No, I know. The red and the green and the white.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay, all
wait.
right.
Wait. I just have to know this.
Yes.
So, because I go to a lot of auditions and the mothers are there with the kids, and I'm sure you see that too.
Yeah.
Like, what? This is what I think. Okay, because 90% of the time it is like Gypsy Rose Lee,
Yeah.
Sing Out Louise. They're so neurotic. The kids look so miserable.
I just imagine Gypsy Rose Lee, okay, Kerry Butler, you, and you as Mama Rose.
Oh my God, how
Could
great
you
would
imagine?
that be? I had a dream.
Make it happen.
Okay, so when you go to auditions and see parents with their kids, what do you think?
I remember from when I was little,
Right.
there were a lot of parents like
Right.
that, and very much into what their kids were doing.
Right.
But my parents, luckily, were not like that. They didn't like coach me on my lines or anything like
Yeah,
that.
that's
It
what
was
they do.
just
Say
all
it
me.
like that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
So
who
and
took
they
you-
live vicariously through their kids for
Right,
sure.
absolutely. It's like the fathers when I watch basketball. When I watch Ben play basketball, they're like, yeah, basketball, what are you doing? And I'm like, shut the fuck up. Okay, so who would take you to your auditions?
Mostly my mom would take me after school.
I love your mother. Even though she said I was a little too filthy for her. Didn't she?
She said something. I don't remember.
A lot of moms probably say that. That's
I
okay.
don't think it
But then they end up like, oh no, I said something. We met after the show and I
you
said that you were a
said something.
slob.
Yes, and she didn't like that.
Yeah. I said I share a dressing room.
Meanwhile, my mom knows I'm a slob. She talks
Right.
about it all the time.
Right, but I can't talk
Right,
about it. Okay,
right.
so
well, you're fun to pick on.
I was somewhere when someone's mentioned the interruptions of you. I swear to God. Unsolicited. Okay. So sometimes Hennessy goes on voice probation. So that's VP. Okay. So what other commercials? Like you did the Aquafresh. What else?
Tampax tampons.
Wait, do it.
The rounded tip plastic applicator makes them really comfortable to use.
I love it. Okay. And how old were you for that one?
That one I was not 12. No, I was probably 16.
Okay. What else?
I did this Oreo Big Stuff commercial. Do you remember they made the huge Oreos?
Yes.
So I did that, and that one was really funny. There was a dance call for the commercial audition, and I fell, of course, during the dance call because we both are equally
as coordinated.
Yes.
Yeah.
And so then I got to the shoot and they put glasses on me and turned me into a nerd. And then you can watch, because these commercials are like on YouTube.
I can't wait.
And you can watch them and everybody's doing the choreography and going into frame. And then 2 seconds later, I'm doing the turn and going into the frame. Like I'm just behind everybody.
Right. Wait, did you have any lines?
No, that was just one of those, montagey kind
What
of
else? What
commercials.
other? I need more lines.
Oh,
I
more
love the
lines.
voice.
Do you remember the commercial? I was in that, wiping my face for Stridex.
Oh, wow. Did you have any zits?
I'm sure I did, but not at that time, hopefully.
So when you were little,
you wouldn't have gotten the pimple commercial.
when you were younger and you got a job, like how did it feel as compared to being an adult and getting cast in something?
It felt the same, really.
Really?
Yeah, I would say it felt the same because I didn't get any Broadway. I would audition. I'd only get commercials,
right?
Pretty much. And a few
Did you
TV
go
things.
on Broadway auditions?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and so I had a lot of rejection as a kid, and that's why I always tell students when I go to schools, I'm like, the ones who make it are the ones who can take rejection because you literally get rejected every single day.
Yeah, tell them to be a stand-up comic, and they can enjoy
it's the
that.
same
It's
thing.
horrible.
Yeah.
It's horrible. But so you would get excited.
Yeah.
But what the joy? I just want to know the joy when you're a child and the joy when you're an adult. Like, what's the difference of being cast as a...
I don't think there's a difference.
Really?
No.
Because
you still want it so bad as a kid, and you want it so bad as an adult.
Right, but it's so loaded when you're an adult because you have
other stuff.
Right. So
But remember how you are when a kid and everything is focused, like, if that girl likes you, all your thoughts go into that. And so all my thoughts went into my career.
Right. Even as a kid.
Yeah,
wow.
even as a kid.
That's so amazing. All right, so did you ever go to therapy when you were a kid?
No, I've never gone to therapy ever.
I need some smelling salts. I need smell. You're in show business since you're a kid.
Yeah.
You're from New York, and you've never been to therapy.
No. I had to play a therapist recently on the Gilmore Girls, and I sat in on someone getting therapy. They let me.
No way.
Yeah, so I would know what it was like.
Who let you sit in?
My niece.
Wow.
You were great. I bought it.
Oh,
Totally.
thanks.
I was
Yeah.
like,
I was taking
she'd be
notes.
a great therapist.
I would like to be a therapist, I thought, after I did it.
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
I loved hearing your problems all the time.
I know, but then you'd be like, then you would go, you would tune out. You would definitely tune out. You'd be like, oh, yeah, all right. And
if it was my job, I would tune out with you because I wasn't getting paid. But if it was my job, I don't think I could.
All right. Have you heard of ThredUp?
I love ThredUp. I love secondhand stores.
Yeah, I know that you love secondhand stores, and you told me that you buy your winter clothes in Maui, which is really a good place to buy winter clothes.
It's actually a perfect place to buy winter clothes because you go to the secondhand stores on Maui, and all of the tourists and people that decide they want to move there, they get rid of all their winter clothes, and they take them all to the secondhand stores. So it's a perfect
and then
place
you
for
get
winter.
them cheaper.
But here's the thing: I can't always go to Maui.
Right. So wouldn't you rather do it quickly on the internet?
Yes,
I would. Intranet?
I would love if Hawaii was, far enough along to be able to.
But sometimes like you want to get like designer like if I'm going to get something secondhand or gently used, as they say, it has to be well made. And like good designers.
Absolutely.
And my kids do that too. Like they'll buy like sneakers or like a used fucking hoodie. And I'm like, what the fuck? But you can go on ThredUp and THRED up.com /Judy.
This really is
/Judy, and you get 40% off your first order.
Truly, everything there is up to 90% off already. So you're getting 40% off of 90% off. I mean, just go and order a whole bunch of shit so that you could get this big deal on a huge order and get some clothes for. I mean, summer's
no, but
be
you
here.
can also get. It's not only clothes. It's like they have stuff from Coach,
shoes, handbags,
Free People, Lululemon, J. Crew, Zara. They have Valentino shoes. I mean, Valentino shoes are like $1,000, and you get them for like $100, and then you get 40% off. You get them for $60. $1,000 shoes. I mean, that's ridiculous.
And I was checking out the web. So much of this stuff has never been used.
Right.
Ever. It's brand new styles. Everything is really up to date with what's hip and cool now.
I'm actually going on ThredUp today.
It's
I'm not
so
kidding, because
good.
I need some clothes. There's like certain things that and I don't want to go out. I don't want to spend, money retail, and I don't want to spend the time when I could just shop at home.
Especially New York City.
I know.
It's a nightmare. This is perfect, especially if you're a New Yorker. You're going to always be tight on cash.
But if
wherever
you're into,
you are,
like,
if you're an American,
if you're into shopping secondhand, which I know a lot of people are. I mean, a lot of people. When I go, oh my God, I love that, and they're like, oh, I got it at a secondhand.
Remember when people used to make fun of it? And now it's like the chic thing to do.
Right. Now it's cool because the whole thrill of it is getting the deal.
Yeah.
And now you can get the deal sitting in your apartment.
Yeah. And
or
quality
house,
clothes
wherever you live.
that may not have even ever been used.
Right. You don't have to dig through that. The great part is getting the deal. The shitty part is going through everything.
Hours you need to set aside.
So this is like the greatest thing. It's like all cool, trendy, like really hot kind of stuff. I'm going on there right now. ThredUp.com/Judy for an extra additional 40% off. It's already 90% off.
Use code Judy. That's like 9, 10, 11, 12. That's like 130% off. You're basically making money by shopping here.
Right. They're paying you.
Yeah. Go get yourself, one of your buddies that knows how to stylize you and
if you're
go through the website.
And you know that our president is not into the EPA, right? And most clothes that are not used or thrown out go into landfills.
That's true.
And now you can wear them on your body.
Yeah, help the world.
And it's like always like some rich person who's like, oh, I bought these. And you know what? I put them on and I didn't like them. And
how many pairs of pants or coats do you have sitting in your closet with tags still on them from when you still got them?
Well,
and
not me.
Now these trends are coming back around. So.
Yeah, that's right. So go to ThredUp.com/Judy
with code Judy. Also.
I thought
ThredUp.com/Judy, code Judy.
Oh, well, whatever. Promo code JUDY, all caps, okay? And you will be very, very happy.
And sexy.
I get the last word. Okay, so you take all the money you made from commercials. Now, were you popular in high school, or did the girls hate you because you were on all these commercials and everything?
I was very unpopular in grammar school.
Right.
I was bullied horribly. It was like Welcome to the Dollhouse.
Right. Same.
Yeah.
But mine went through 12.
But mine didn't go through high school because then I went to an all-girls school.
Right.
And so none of the boys were there to make fun of me anymore.
Right.
So,
it's interesting. I had the girls that were also really mean to me, but they're mean in a different way than the boys. The boys are very vocal and like, Bigfoot, Sasquatch, and the girls are just, let's give her a fake phone number and invite, that kind of evil kind of. All right, so
smarter. The girls are smarter.
Girls just joined in with the boys. It was just kind of like a group effort.
Right.
Bensonhurst though?
Yeah, Bensonhurst.
Yeah, that's badass. You're a badass.
Yeah, kind of.
Yeah.
Look out, Judy.
All right. So you go to did you go to a Catholic grammar school too?
Yeah.
And you come from a pretty religious family. So you went to church did you go to mass every Sunday?
Yeah.
Do you have siblings?
Yeah, one sister.
I know. And she is
now she's a mom and she works with her husband. They own an apartment building, and so she does the paperwork.
Is she in New Jersey or something?
She's in Westchester.
Westchester, that's right. And was she jealous of you at all?
I don't think she was. She didn't want to do it.
Right.
She did it too as kids. And she didn't want to do it. She loved being with her friends. Like my mom would sleep with her friends. And she's just really supportive.
Right.
So
she's so nice.
She gets really excited by the things I'm in. She brings
Right.
all her friends to them. And Yeah.
Oh, that's so much like my siblings. All right, so so you take all the money that you made in commercials and go to college.
Yes.
You go to Ithaca.
Yes.
And who was in your class? I have a bubble in my throat. Bubble in my throat. Bubble in my throat. Bubble in. I'm going to swallow.
Who's
Okay.
in my class? You mean like of famous people?
Yeah. Were there any other actor, singer, songwriter?
From my specific class.
Or the years you were there?
I feel like nobody's really that famous from when I was there. Jeremy Jordan has gone there since then, and Aaron Tveit has gone there since then, but I don't think we were there together.
So you're in the theater program.
Yes.
And you have a lot of experience, kind of.
Yeah. I was definitely more professional
Right.
than the other people there.
So did all the were you like favored from the professors and everything?
100% not.
Really?
Oh my gosh, yeah.
Why?
It's a good program.
I needed to work
Right.
on stuff. I wasn't.
So they were
great.
like, don't think you're fucking,
Yeah, maybe. But I remember, you know how they can put you on probation if you're not good enough. I got a probation letter one time.
What?
Yeah.
For what?
For acting.
No fucking way.
Yeah.
Was it because you didn't do your work?
No.
or-
No. Oh my gosh. You know
I know.
me.
I know you.
I did my work. It was just I wasn't good enough.
There was
Wow.
a block or something that they must have seen.
Maybe. Yeah.
That they were trying to...
I was very. Yeah, maybe I was very conservative,
Right.
and they like people to be crazy and
Right.
uninhibited.
I should have gone to theater school.
Yeah.
Okay. And then you graduate.
Uh-huh.
Did you get cast in anything during college?
Yes. I got cast in a few shows, but I definitely wasn't the favored, like, it girl.
Right. Who was the it girl?
Lisa Albright.
Where's Lisa Albright right now?
I don't know. She does still work, I think.
Okay. Hennessy, please look up
Oh my
Lisa
gosh.
Albright.
Oh my gosh.
Looking her up right now.
So Lisa Albright, and then, all right, so you graduate.
Yes.
Do you go back to Bensonhurst?
Yeah, my mom still lived there, but so I
And your
auditioned-
dad.
and my dad. Yes,
Right.
sorry. And so I auditioned for the European tour while I was still in school of Oklahoma, and I got it. So I had a job on graduation.
Everyone
And-
probably hated your
and
fucking
it
guts.
I was touring Europe like all kids, just backpack through Europe.
Right.
I was getting paid to tour through Europe because I was Ado Annie in
I
Oklahoma.
think I'm starting to hate you. So you have a job. Did anyone else have a job?
I don't remember. I don't think they
did
had
Madeline Albright's daughter.
I don't think
have a
any-
job.
Lisa Albright directed in 2011 a film called Coming Up Roses. She also wrote
speaking
it
of
and is known for that.
okay, so she's working.
Yeah.
All right. Hey
So,
Patrick, turn your fucking phone off. All right, go ahead. I'm kidding. Go.
So I don't know if anybody had as good a job as that, but
So who did you play in?
I was Ado Annie, and we did the whole show in English except for the finale.
Right. What'd you do it in?
Oklahoma, Dynafelde, Vegan Zickenwind.
That's awesome.
Oh my God, is that Germanic?
Oh, is he gonna have to cut that?
No. Is that good one? That gets a Jew bell. What about was that German?
Yes, German.
Yeah, that's my
and
favorite
then we
language.
had to do it
Yeah.
in is it?
No, I'm a Jew, you idiot.
And then we had to do it in Italian too.
Do
and
it,
then it was funny.
do it.
I don't remember exactly, but O Kappa Ella. You had to go through the
pasta. All right, so you leave and you go on fucking tour through Europe.
Yeah.
You're 21.
And it was a crazy experience.
It was. Were
Yeah.
you the youngest one in the cast?
I definitely was the youngest, I would say, yeah. And our bus got stolen.
No.
And your bus is like your home.
Right.
You put pictures up. You have all your stuff. You leave your suitcases on, and it got stolen. We were so upset.
No way. Where did they?
Somebody took it for a joyride, and we found it months and months later. So everyone had to buy all new things,
Like
all
your
new
costumes
clothes.
and everything?
No, our regular clothes. No,
That
our costumes were
sucked.
on like a set.
Right,
This was
right.
just all our stuff. Our photo albums.
No
things weren't. We
way.
didn't have phones then. Pictures weren't
Right.
stored on phones.
That's terrible.
Yeah.
So wait, where did it get stolen? In Germany, right?
In Germany, yeah.
What did I tell you? What the fuck did I tell you?
Listen to this. What else happened one
Yeah.
time? So we all had buddies to check when we got back on after break in a bathroom.
Right.
One time we forgot somebody.
No way.
Can you imagine?
Wait, where did you-
no cell phones. We left them at a pit stop someplace in Germany, and then the bus went on hours and hours
No
until
way.
we realized that we left them there. That
What
person
happened?
probably left there with no money. They ended up somehow they had to wire him money, I think, and then send him on a train back to meet us.
No fucking
was
way.
their buddy?
I know.
And
know.
what?
They were fired.
How shitty did he feel? Oh my God, I would. Be
He was
so
a good sport about it. I would say he wasn't like you would be.
Okay, so did you any romances in the cast?
There were a lot of romances in the cast. I would say none for me.
Why?
I had a boyfriend from college still, and I enjoyed. First of all, I'm not a big fan of dating actors. That was kind of like my rule.
Right.
I didn't want to date actors, and plus on tour with them on the bus. All
I
the
know,
time.
forget it.
Yeah, I enjoyed meeting like Germans when I would go out
Ew.
or Italian. I liked it.
When in Rome.
Yeah, but did you make out with them and stuff after? Yeah.
Probably.
But wait, so what did the boyfriend in college? What was his major?
Oh, he actually went to Cornell, and he was very, very smart. Now he's designing video games. He's a computer engineer. He was a computer engineer.
Do you keep in touch with them?
Not really. Maybe
Okay.
I'll get a message every few years or something.
Okay, so you get to travel all through Europe. You're 21. I mean, this is fucking like perfect life.
Perfect. That part was perfect.
All right, and then you come back.
Uh-huh.
And how old are you? How long was the tour?
This part was not perfect. It was 6 months, but then I ended up, I was 81 and I couldn't say no, and then I literally couldn't say no because I ended up getting vocal nodes on my vocal cords.
No way.
Yeah, so it'd be like, I can't say no.
Right.
And then I had to go to a doctor in Italy, and I'm like, oh my gosh, am I never going to sing again?
Right.
Not knowing what's going on. So then I had to go back, and they said I was going to have an operation, but I didn't. I just didn't talk for a month, and this was before texting, so I just carried a chalkboard around with me.
No way.
And I'd write stuff for a whole month. I would just write stuff
And
on
then
chalkboard.
and you'd go on stage at night.
Oh,
but
no. I was done. I had to be on complete vocal rest. And then
I would fucking die. I would die.
for a month. Yeah. And then I could sing again. And
Did
then
you
I
learn
started,
sign language?
I went with Liz Kaplan, who I don't know, my voice teacher.
Oh, yes.
And
You've told me about Liz Kaplan.
She retrained me because I didn't really know how to belt correctly.
Right.
And so then I haven't, knock on wood, haven't had a problem.
So you're in Italy and you're 21 or 22 and you have to go to a doctor and your mother's not there? Like that would have been
scary.
the end of me.
Yeah, it was scary. Wow. Well, it was mostly scary because I just started my career and I'm like, oh my gosh, am I never going to be able to sing again?
Right. Okay. That's horrible. All right, so you come back, you're
So I
on
came
vocal
back.
rest.
Then I got better and
Right.
I didn't have to do the operation. And then so I spent a semester in England during school, and I saw the show Blood Brothers. Do you know?
Yes, I love that show.
That's my all-time favorite show.
I listen to that when I'm on the treadmill, like when I'm at the gym.
No way!
Yes, I
So
love
many
that
people don't know that show.
I love that show.
Did you see it on Broadway?
Yes, go.
Oh, okay. So
No, yes, I love
saw
that
it-
show.
I saw it in England, and I just started crying. Then
Right.
I heard that it was coming to Broadway.
Right.
So I called my agents. Meanwhile, the only thing I'd done with my agents is the Oklahoma tour.
Right.
I called them. I said, Blood Brothers coming to Broadway. You have to get me in. And they're like, who are you? But they ended up somehow getting me into the final callback. I sang I Just Want to Be a Star for Bill Kenwright, the producer, and he goes, Kerry, I think you will be. And then he said, come back
No
later.
way.
Yes.
Oh my God, I would have died. I would have died.
I know.
Go.
And so I'm still like freaking out that I'm auditioning for Blood
Right.
Brothers to begin with.
Right.
So then I come back and I do my audition. It went really well. And then at the end of the audition, I was like, I just have to tell you, I love this show so much. And I am so excited that it's coming to Broadway. I don't even care if I'm in it. I just want to see it every single night. Cut to, I got cast to The Swing.
No.
And I got to see the show every single night.
No way.
Yeah. Yeah, and that
Did you
cast
ever go
from
on?
England? Oh yeah, and then they moved me up after 6 months when the British cast left. They moved me up, and I was on it all the time.
Wow.
And that, did you see it with the British cast? Con O'Neill, Stephanie Lawrence. They were incredible.
I don't think so.
Maybe David Cassidy and John
Yes,
Cassidy.
yes, yes,
Oh, yeah, I did
yes,
it with them.
yes.
Yeah, and Petula Clark.
Yes. Yeah. I love Petula Clark.
Yeah, and then I got to do it with Carole King.
No way.
Yeah, it was really fun.
God, I love that show.
Yeah.
Are you on the album?
I don't think I am. When we did the Tony broadcast, they let me do that, but they never made a Broadway album. That's right. Unless if Sean and David are on one, they did their own version and used, I think, the British
Right.
So I think it's just Sean, David, and Petula on the Broadway cast.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh my God, that was such a good show.
Welcome to Play It, a new podcast network featuring radio and TV personalities talking business, sports, tech, entertainment, and more. Play it at play.it.
All right. So then, so you do Blood Brothers, and you make a fool of yourself at the audition. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. And how did that feel when he said, "I think you are going to be a star"?
Amazing.
I know. Can you fucking believe it?
I know.
You're so perfect. So how did you know? When did you know you could belt? Like that you could sound like Jennifer Holliday in doing Dreamgirls?
When I was little, like 9.
Right.
I remember
like what did
being
you sing
forced to sing at family parties all the time.
Ew.
Annie, because I would sing Annie all
right,
the time. I was
which song?
obsessed. Tomorrow.
Yeah, that's the best.
Did you ever meet Andrea McArdle?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, me too.
I've met her. Yeah.
I did the Rosie Cruise, right? Years ago, and Andrea McArdle came on once, and they did like a edited version of Tomorrow that because you can't on a boat. It's like being in a casino. The shows have to be like 45 minutes to an hour. And they did this edited version where Rosie played Miss Hannigan, and Andrea McArdle came out and sang Tomorrow, and it was just like I just started crying because when she's like my age, and when my mother bought a bat mitzvah gift where I would go with a friend, and that we went and saw Annie. I just loved Annie.
Did you see it once? Because you lived near the city.
No, we only saw it once.
Oh, yeah, I saw it a bunch of times.
Maybe far away. Oh, sorry, Patrick. Maybe real nearby.
I did the Rosie Cruise too.
I know.
I loved it.
I know. Wasn't it so great?
Yeah. It was the first time I felt like what it was like to be a minority.
I know, right?
Yeah.
Because and it's amazing on that ship because the staff loves us, and they were really, the first time they were really nervous, and they realized, oh my God, these people are actually so nice.
Yeah, I was I had my daughter Segi, who's African American, so I would be in the nursery with all the other moms, and everyone just assumed that I was gay.
Right.
And so I was loving it, just fitting in.
Right.
And then my husband came, and I'd be like, "You blew my cover." It was like you could see how you want to fit in, and
it's amazing because. The thing about, they said the kids are way more well behaved on the gay cruises because the kids are wanted. It's not like we got drunk and fucked and then it's a mistake. It's like every kid on that boat
you had to jump through hoops to get.
Yeah.
Okay, so all right, so you do Blood Brothers and then
Being the Beast.
That is fucking amazing.
Yeah.
So you were Belle.
I did it in Toronto first.
Right.
And then they moved me to Broadway.
Right. And I mean, how long did you have to stay after each show to sign autographs?
Not long, as normal. I mean, little kids aren't going to stay out very late.
Right. But was it an amazing experience?
It was an amazing experience.
Who else was in the show with you?
Chuck Wagner was my beast.
There was another beast too. You said there were 2 beasts. I read.
Well, I had different ones when I went to Broadway.
Okay.
Jeff McCarthy.
And then you said, I read that sometimes they would fall and they had no hands to get up.
Oh, that was the teacup.
Yeah. I love the teacup.
Mrs. Potts and Lumiere, they would in slow motion just tip over and they couldn't stop themselves. They'd be wobbling. And then you see them and then you're kind of like, oh gosh, what do I do?
Right.
And then you have to lug them back. It's really hard to get them back up.
Right. So and
one time our sugar bowl, I don't know if you remember that, she had this big cushiony, she fell down the stairs and she just bounced down the stairs. Yeah, that was a little
Did the
nervous.
Audience go like,
I think the audience probably was like it didn't seem like it was supposed to happen.
Right.
So what do you feel now, the whole Beauty and the Beast scandal, because it's a movie and Josh Gad's character is gay, and now
I was wondering what the scandal was.
Yes, so the scandal is that they're not going to show it in Alabama.
Oh jeez.
Because why should they they can't bring their kids to this movie because a character is gay. How fucking ridiculous.
Isn't Lumiere gay?
Lumiere, no, he wasn't in the show. He wasn't.
But
the feather duster. He had an affair with the feather duster. He was always chasing her around.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
Yeah.
You know
who is
what?
gay?
I've never
Cogsworth? Is
seen
he
a feather
Cogsworth?
duster I'm not attracted to. Who does he play?
Josh, he must play the Cogsworth the clock then.
Right.
maybe.
So
Oh,
he's
yeah. That makes sense.
So they're not, they're boycotting it.
Wow.
Yeah, in certain.
That's sad.
You know what, Alabama? That's pretty gay.
Alabama. All right. So so you're in Beauty and the Beast. And now at this time in your life, don't you feel like a very successful Broadway
Yeah. I feel like I'm on the right path. I feel
Our
like I'm doing
people,
well.
like, who did you meet where you were like, oh my God, I can't believe I'm meeting this person or I'm sharing a stage with this person or...
I think more so when we did Hairspray. That was when everybody came backstage. I mean, I don't think there was any celebrity that I didn't meet during that time.
Right. Now, you did Belle, and then what year was this about?
94, maybe?
Okay.
95?
And then?
Oh, gosh. Les Mis.
Oh, my God. You did Les Mis for how long?
Not long, just 3 months. I was
Why?
I was a replacement.
For who?
Megan.
Hilty?
No, not Megan Hilty. I don't think you know her. Shoot, I can't believe I don't remember her name. Okay.
Yeah, you just wait till you're my age. Okay. So then you do that. And so you're like consistently working. How's the social life?
I'm married already by that point. I got married during Beauty and the Beast.
And you knew Joey.
Yes,
now
we grew down the street from each other.
So nauseating. So Joey is a puppeteer and a writer for the Muppets.
But not anymore.
Right, because they had to move to fucking HBO and ruin everything.
Well, it wasn't that so much. It was people came in from Nickelodeon and they just had different ideas.
Right.
Than
the original,
right.
Successful on the air forever show.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's good. It's always good to change shit like that. So, how did you reunite? Like, how did you?
We were friends the whole time.
Right.
And
how did it become like romantic?
Well, he always jokes. I always had a crush on him growing up. We did high school plays. I was Kim. He was Hugo and Bye Bye Birdie. And I always had a crush on him. He didn't like me. And then he always says, oh, look at Kerry. Look how young she looks now. Imagine her when she's 16. She looked like she was 10.
Right.
So then one day, I think actually when I was doing Blood Brothers, we went out just as friends. And then he looked at me and it was like I was grown up.
And alcohol's amazing. That was a joke.
VP.
They were at a bar.
VP.
Right.
So that night you began tongue kissing.
Yes.
Okay. Okay. So then after Les Mis.
After Les Mis, I think I did Bat Boy then, and then
Now Bat Boy was that was a cult.
Yes.
That was going to be huge, but then
it was huge. Wasn't
will
it?
you fucking shut up?
Yeah.
Bat Boy was going to be run forever,
Right.
but then the September 11th attacks happened.
Yeah.
So you were on this trajectory of being in a cult like, Vampire Lesbians of Sodom, like that kind of culty New York theater experience. And then 9/11 happens.
Yeah, and we were right across from the memorial on 14th Street.
Right.
So nobody wanted to go down there.
Right, of course.
Yeah, and so we were just getting like a huge audience and stuff, and then that happened. But it's supposed to come back, and now I'm supposed to play the mom.
No fucking way!
Yeah, it's supposed to go to Broadway.
Oh my God, what's my part in it?
The bat.
Maybe there's a part for you.
Yeah, right. Thanks. I'm
going through the cast. I'm
right.
playing the mom, so
I know. I can play the grandfather. All right. So I remember as a comic that we couldn't really get on stage. Like after that, it was.
Oh, you do?
Yeah. It was the first time, and every club was closed. Like, and then you couldn't do any of your jokes.
Yeah.
Like you couldn't. We were all bush bashing, but nothing was funny, and especially in New York because you were surrounded by it. There were posters up everywhere. The smell. You couldn't get away from it. And then, those days of silence, those 2 or 3 days of silence, there was no air traffic.
Yeah.
and then all of a sudden when it began, I'd be like, oh my, I would get so nervous.
Oh, yeah.
And I remember
Even seeing planes go overhead.
Oh, horrible. Yeah. And so Ben was only a month old, and he got like some sort of, a very high fever. And before 6 weeks, if they have a high fever, then they have to get a spinal tap. And we ended up at NYU right by the morgue. And I stayed in the hospital with him. And I remember every time someone walked down the hallway, like with, maybe a IV thing, a pole, and I could hear the noise. It was like, oh my God, it was so awful. And I remember saying when we checked in, because it was like September 13th, I said, is it busy? And the nurse said, no, not at all. And that's when it was, ugh.
Because nobody survived.
Nobody survived, yeah.
That's what I was wondering.
Yeah.
Wow.
So it was horrible, but I feel like it was that Saturday Night Live episode where Giuliani gave them permission to be funny.
Yes.
That changed the entire, zeitgeist about performing. Like it was, okay, now you can go out there. Like it was really horrible. I can't imagine, being in a show. Did you do a performance like days after, or?
We did, and I remember feeling the same way. Like, this is so stupid.
Right.
What am I doing with my life? Even, having these like huge questions.
Right.
But we ended up inviting all the firemen who worked down there. We did shows, like our entire audience was for people who helped out.
Right.
And
like Donald Trump, so he was there, right? Because he made money on it. Go ahead.
But that felt good, being able to give the gift of laughter.
Right.
To, and I remember them coming back and saying it was the first time they even smiled after, and so that was meaningful.
Oh, it was horrible.
But it was horrible getting on stage and just feeling like, how can I even do this? It felt like it felt wrong.
Oh, I know. It was like, this is so trite. This doesn't do anything.
Exactly. Yeah.
Because I was on, I know this is going to be shocking, but I was on a show on Fox News, which was like a fluff show. It was like one of the hosts who was the morning host, ED, and then there was Sam Greenfield, who was, a radio host, and we would talk about like pop culture. And I was the funny one. And I'll never forget, because we would want to talk about like the Bush girls getting wasted and everything. No, you can't talk about that. Anything about Clinton you could talk about. But they told us which stories we could talk about. And then September 11th happened, and we just never did a show again because they didn't want any fluff news anymore. Now we have fake news. Then we had fluff news. So it really changed the whole...
What kind of jokes did you tell right after?
I don't.
You remember?
I had to go back. I have to go look at my notebook. That's really interesting because, I couldn't do Bush.
Right.
Because everyone loved Bush. Ugh. And then.
People love him again now.
I know. It's unbelievable.
Like we never thought.
I just, it just so pisses me off that we always forget what these guys do. And then Hillary is vilified her entire fucking life,
Yeah.
And yet, and I'm even Bill. I loved Bill, but he was inappropriate.
Yeah,
but
totally.
He's still an elder statesman, and I don't know. It's just horrible. I fucking can't stand it. I don't remember what jokes we did, but we would always acknowledge it. It's like, it's, like, hey, yeah, this sucks, doesn't it? Fuck. But, you had to go on with your life. Otherwise, they win. But I was terrified for years.
Really?
Weren't you terrified? Like, because then that plane hit right after in Queens.
Oh, yeah.
And I was like, oh, my God. And I had a new baby. So I was like, it was horrible. All right. So anyway, let's go past 9/11. Now we're in Trump fucking land. God knows what's going to happen. All right. So after that... did you take a break? Like, what did you do when Bat Boy closed?
Then I got Hairspray pretty soon after
right.
that. Yeah.
God damn it. Your life. Yeah. And did you work with John Waters?
I didn't work with him. We did readings, and he was
right.
at the readings, and
right.
he before I auditioned for it, they had cut my part, Penny.
Right, Penny was
out.
cut. I have it down. And he came in and said, "How can you fucking cut Penny?" That's Judy's version of what he said. Go ahead.
Yeah. So he said, "How can you cut Penny?" So they brought us back. So we were the first cast then to play Penny again.
Right.
And Jackie Hoffman played my mom, and that was new.
Right.
And so then I think after that we did that reading, and then we did one more reading, and then we went to Seattle with the show.
Mm-hmm. Which theater did you go to? I love Seattle.
Fifth Avenue. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I love it too.
Okay, so you do Hairspray, and that's kind of like, I mean, I know the other ones were great, but
no, this is the high point, for sure.
And what kind of, are you going out to like Joe Allen's after? Like, what's going on? How's your...
Well, when we were in Seattle, it was pretty crazy. Most of the people were really young and gorgeous.
Right.
And
Which is why I was, yeah, go ahead.
It was like... it was like college, you know,
right.
just going out every night after the show, going out to clubs.
Right.
And meanwhile, I was married. And so I would always be like, let's try and have some clean entertainment. Let's do an around the world party. And I'm going to be Hawaii. And my room is going to be the luau room. Right. We're just going to dance. And next thing I know, someone else is like Fire and Ice, where they're suddenly massaging people and and sensuous experience.
Right.
I'm like, this isn't what it was supposed to be.
Actors.
Okay, and then, you know, who did you meet? Like, you're like in this new world of, oh my God, I'm with these, you know, established.
I mean, it was crazy. We would look out at the audience and it would just be like Hamilton now.
Right.
And just everybody would,
Who's the person that came backstage where you were like, oh my God, I can't fucking believe it?
I was really excited about Mike Myers.
Right.
I loved him. Adam Sandler, I was really excited about. Who else?
Did you get cast in anything because these people saw you? Like, did you get any TV or movie?
I was like the it girl for a minute.
Right.
I got a pilot.
What's the pilot?
It was called Twins.
Right.
It was with Stark Sands. We played twins.
Oh, I have that down here. Oh. Okay, yes.
But no, Corey, who played opposite me in the show, Steven Spielberg fell in love with him, and then cast him in a movie.
Right, what movie?
After that.
Great, Kerry. That memory is doing really well.
I don't remember. It was so long ago, Judy.
Okay, fuck you.
Welcome to Play It, a new podcast network featuring radio and TV personalities talking business, sports, tech, entertainment, and more. Play it at play.it.
All right, so you're doing the pilot, blah, 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 blah. Did you go on One Life to Live right then, or was it?
Oh, gosh.
Because I know you then get the biggie, Xanadu.
Oh, yeah, that's way after. First I left Hairspray and did Little Shop of Horrors.
Right.
Then maybe I did the soap opera.
Right.
And then I think after that I got Xanadu.
And you were nominated for a Tony.
I was, yes. Who would have thought for Xanadu?
I know, but you were fucking nominated for a Tony.
Yeah.
So you went to the Tonys.
I did. It was very exciting.
All right, so, okay. And you've been nominated for Drama Desk. Have you won the drama? I think you've won.
No, I won a Kleban Award.
Okay. So I have also been nominated for Drama Desk, and they put me in row S for sorry. And it was so annoying because it was like, you know, at least fake it. You know, all the winners were like up front. It was so ridiculous. So you're at the Tonys. Did you think you were going to win? Like, was there a little bit? Because even the people was like, oh, I didn't know. I had no idea. I didn't prepare anything. And I was such a shock. And everyone else, the other actor, like, I have nothing prepared. And you know, there's part of them that's like, I might win.
I really didn't think I would win because I was up against Patti LuPone.
Who?
And so it was kind of a great feeling. Maybe if Patti LuPone wasn't in that category, then I would have thought that I would have had a chance.
That's almost better, isn't it?
It was fantastic.
Oh my God.
Because I just went there and I just had fun.
And you were nominated with Patti LuPone.
That's right. Patti LuPone was my idol growing up.
Right.
And so I was so excited just to be there. And I enjoyed every moment. I enjoyed the commercial breaks, schmoozing with people. And I was never nervous.
Did you ever, did a seat filler ever come and sit in your seat? So stupid.
Yeah,
question,
yeah.
Judy.
I'm sure that they did because I
Okay.
had to perform.
Oh, you did? I gotta look that up. All right, so
it's not good. I don't think.
yeah, it is. Then you did Lipstick Jungle
Yes.
for a television show.
Yes.
How was that?
It was really fun. Tim Busfield actually saw me in Hairspray, and then he requested. me for
Really?
that.
He's
Yeah.
from 30 something.
Yes.
He's the one with the beard and the red hair.
Yeah.
Is he nice?
So nice.
I know. They all seem so
adorable.
nice on that show. All right. So anyway, then this is the one thing that fucking like I would freak out and wouldn't be
What?
able to talk. You worked in the same show with Angela Lansbury, James Earl Jones, Candice Bergen, Eric McCormack. I could deal with that. John Larroquette, Michael McKean, and Jefferson Mays. You are in Gore Vidal's The Best Man.
Yeah.
And you're fucking getting ready for work. You're with them, like you. What? I love Angela Lansbury. Like, what was it like?
It was incredible.
Was it intimidating?
I would say maybe in the beginning, but
Right.
everyone was really nice. And I mean, I worked so hard before.
Because it was a drama. There's no
It was
music.
a drama. Yeah, I mean, I felt like it was the first time in my life that
Right.
I felt like I'm a real actress.
Right, right.
You know, because I would never even imagine that I would get
Right,
into a
right,
straight play.
right.
But everyone was really nice. And
I never imagined I'd be straight. All right, go ahead.
James Earl Jones said to me, maybe even after that, our first like read through, he was like, I'm just trying to keep up with you.
Wait, let's do it in the voice.
Oh.
I'm just trying to keep up with you. Oh my God.
Yeah. So it was an incredible.
What was
experience.
Angela like? Because I
Angela,
think she has the work ethic of a
Yes.
Chinese immigrant. Yes,
100%. She is everything you would want her to be. So nice. Works really hard. No drama. And here's the thing: James and Angela
Right.
are not divas at all.
Wow.
So if they weren't there, maybe other people
Would
would
have
have been
acted up?
maybe, I don't know. But because the two of them were so down to earth, so, like don't care
How
about
was
anything.
Candace?
Great, really, really nice. She was a little nervous because it was her first time back to the stage in a long time.
Michael McKean he seems like the nicest guy in the world too.
He's very nice. He's really fun.
Oh my God.
Michael McKean, we had a little band.
Right.
And we would go on the fire escape and play music.
Because
he's
you
such
play ukulele.
I play ukulele.
Yeah.
And
Ukulele, but that's okay.
he would give me some pointers. Eric McCormack
Right.
would be out there and we'd
Right.
be singing. It was so much fun.
Oh my God, I'm fucking jealous. Okay, so then you did. You've done. I want to talk about other stuff, but you've done Disaster. You're the therapist on Gilmore Girls, which the new one on
Yes.
Netflix. This is the other thing I forgot to mention, that you used to entertain children as Ariel from the Little Mermaid.
Yes, that was my day job, my waitressing job.
Right. And so you would go on the subway or wherever
wouldn't-
in the car.
Yeah, I
your
would
outfit
drive.
would. Oh, you would?
Yeah, I would drive. I wouldn't take the subway.
So, like, what kind of little girl parties, right? Did you ever do like a bat mitzvah or anything like that?
I did some pretty big parties.
Right.
What company was that with? Do
It
you
was
remember?
Pinky's Party Palace in the Bronx.
Okay.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
And you would
was
forget
crazy.
your outfits, or they would forget
Yes.
to bring some.
Sometimes, well, you would get a bag with your costume, and one time, like the wig wasn't there.
Right.
At this point, I had short brown hair, and so I
Right.
had to make up some story. Why is your hair like that? Sometimes the dads would hit on me. I'd be wearing like this,
Oh, God, so annoying.
total
Right.
mermaid outfit.
Yeah.
And sometimes the parties would be in the middle of the park, so I'd have to
Right.
hop through the park to get
my
there.
God. Horrible. So
You needed a Prince Eric to carry you across the park.
what did I say?
Vip.
Okay, so I read that you like TV and film better than theater.
Oh, I don't think that's true.
Okay, good, because that made me upset.
I like the money better. Maybe.
Oh
that's,
yeah, hello.
Maybe that's what it was.
We did Clinton the musical together. You played Hillary Clinton.
Yes.
You were fucking amazing.
So are you, Judy?
Oh please,
You were
You're
both
so funny.
you were great.
Blah.
Shut up.
You would make me laugh every night.
Oh, you made. And then my mother died the last week, so that was really fun for me. And my understudy was a 6'1" 65-year-old man. So, Dale, I really want him on the podcast. He's like, no, it won't be fun. It'll be horrible. And he has such amazing stories because he's been an understudy his entire life, and he's like so well respected. All right, anyway, so you adopted 2 children from Ethiopia.
Yes.
You do a lot of work on behalf of children, foster parenting. You are one of the good souls in this. You're really a good human being, and your
So
kids
are
are
you.
so.
I can tell from our time together, you were such a good person, so, an incredible mom.
Thank you.
And
I
I,
always
mean,
think I'm
so
horrible.
loving. No, so loving to every person you meet. You take the time. You know their names.
Thank you.
Agreed. She has a heart of
Yeah.
gold.
Yeah,
No
she
pun.
does.
intended.
All right, we're not talking about me. Anyway, your kids are the fucking cutest things ever. So can you tell me how you got your children? From like, what was the whole process?
Well, we adopted them from Ethiopia, and we went there. We had to do all the paperwork, which is the longest kind of pregnancy part.
Right.
And they say you should send stuff over so that they're familiar with you. So we
Right.
slept with a blanket, and we sent that over to the orphanage. I sang a song, Baby Mine, and I sent that over. And then I had my husband record a book, and we sent that over so she could be familiar with us
Right.
before she met us.
This is Segi.
Yes, Segi. And so we went over there, and it's a crazy long flight, and you're
Right.
so nervous.
Right.
And we went straight to the orphanage to
Right.
meet her. And, you have to think, she hasn't seen many white people.
Right.
If any. And as soon as she sees us, she bursts out crying and does not stop crying
No.
the entire time we're with
No
her.
way.
I'm like, oh my gosh, what have we done?
So you knew it was going to be Segi.
We
Like
knew,
you
yes.
had.
You get the picture, you get the medical report.
And why did you pick Ethiopia?
Well, I just knew I wanted to help a child who, wasn't going to get a chance.
Right.
And that was really important to me. And we were originally doing China, and then they said that China was closing their adoptions. And would you want to switch to Ethiopia because there are 5 million orphans there?
Right.
And so we said, sure.
Right.
So we switched, and then we had a referral within. We were one of the first families to adopt from Ethiopia.
Wow.
Yeah.
So you bring Segi home after the crying stops.
Yeah.
When
We didn't stay with her that night. Normally, you take the baby home with you to
Right.
your hotel, and they're like, "Why don't you just go back? She's gonna get spring. We'll drop her off at the hotel." And so the next day, they dropped her off at the hotel with us, and she didn't cry, and she
how
was
old is she at this point?
13 months.
Right. Okay.
And by that night, she was a little bit weepy and scared, but by that night, she crawled for the first time, and we have video of her hysterically laughing, crawling from me to my husband.
No way.
Hysterically laughing.
That-
and so she
and that
bonded in one day.
That is fucking awesome. So she didn't walk yet
No.
because
No.
they're in the orphanage
Yeah,
and
I
they're
think
not.
they were just either in the cribs or
right.
carried.
So awful. And she
but
probably
they took really good care of her. She
Right.
was very loved.
right, and she felt free finally.
Oh, and I think I told you this too. When we went back to the orphanage, they showed us her bed.
Yeah.
And they said, this baby died, this baby died. 12 babies died in 1 month around her because they just don't have the money for medicine. It's probably something swept through, and so they said she must have had a really good immune system.
I would have lost it right there.
Holy shit.
That's fucking
yeah,
horrible.
that's information. That's a lot of information.
Okay, so then you bring her home,
Yes, we bring her home, and everything is great. She's,
and your family embraces. She's the fucking
completely.
cutest. Okay. Then when do you decide to have number 2?
I always wanted 2 because, I did a lot of research
Right.
on interracial adoption, and they say it's really important that they have somebody else that looks like them in
Right.
the family. So,
Which is why I'm so fucked up. Go ahead.
So, we started the process a few years ago, and it was different because so many people started adopting from Ethiopia, and when all that money goes in there, then corruption starts happening.
right.
So it was different. It was harder. You weren't allowed to go out with the child there because the Ethiopians looked down on adoption. They thought you
Right.
were stealing their kids.
Right.
So anyway, but we got our beautiful daughter, and again, she's perfect, and so both our girls are so happy, and just really, really great.
They're the cutest things ever. We went out to lunch in Ethiopia. I want to eat Ethiopian all the time.
So good.
The food is so good, and you
Yeah.
don't need to fucking use
Utensils.
How now? Your kids go to a fancy private school
Yeah.
because you're Kerry Butler.
Well, not really. I was doing public school. I was doing the one down the street from us, but it got an F. And
What?
so then-
Which one? What?
I don't
what
remember
street?
What it was. 92nd, maybe.
Oh no, yeah, I know.
But so she was going there. I wanted to do public school,
Right.
But then it got an F, and we were like, let's just apply to this school. See, we
Right.
walked by. It looks nice,
Right.
And we didn't know it was the fanciest school
Right.
in the country,
Right.
And everyone is like, you beat the system. You got it, because everybody
Right.
goes crazy about these schools,
Right.
Well, I mean, yeah, that you adopted 2 babies from Ethiopia. You get to have a fancy school. You did. Thank you.
Well,
I think
except
adoption is
now I have
so
this
important.
like hanging over me to pay for this fancy school.
Well, there's that.
It's
Yeah.
like that is my biggest pressure
I know, it's
in life.
horrible. It's horrible.
You put the pressure on the kids, and then they.
All
pay
right,
you
shut
back.
up. So,
Heart of gold.
I mean, gold is tough sometimes.
I meant check
hurt.
it, Babakasha.
Has to go
All
through
right.
the fire.
Right.
So, I want to
The
know.
refiner's fire, Christian. Hey, had to bond as a Christian for a second.
Shalom!
Shalom,
All right.
assalamu alaikum.
Okay, so I know what it's like to be a gay parent. And I know that I have to, and my kids too, I've talked about how they have to come out every day. They have to come out of the closet
Right.
because people assume.
Right.
Oh, so how tall is your dad? Blah, 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 blah. And I've taught them that no matter who's asking, you have to correct them. You have to say, I actually have 2 moms. You know what I mean? And because it doesn't matter who it is, those people will say, maybe one of them will say, oh my God, they were so nice. And they, next time I vote, I'm not going to be a fucking asshole.
Yeah.
So, okay. So, what is it like to be the parent of children who are a different color than you? And what are the kind of reactions and...
I'd say on the whole, it's amazing.
Right.
People are very welcoming and loving. The African American community has embraced us.
Right.
And we have Ethiopian family who kind of takes our girls under their wing and does the special coffee ceremony for them.
Right.
and
What's their-
gives
where'd you
clothes
meet
to
them?
We met them. Actually, we met them first at an Ethiopian restaurant, and then they happened to go to the same school as us.
Oh my God!
Yeah.
Thank God for that school.
Yeah.
You have a very serendipitous thing.
I know. I want to
really
touch
do.
you. I got to touch you before we leave.
So,
yeah.
so that family is now, a big part of our lives. And
I
they're
love that.
Yeah.
And
Cool.
I mean, we have had, certainly my kids don't know, but there have been some bad experiences.
oh, I'm sure. Any teachers with their nasty comments?
Not comments, but
Assumptions?
You've seen, I've seen racism sometimes.
You must be so hyper aware of racism now that you have.
Well, especially now that Trump is in office.
Right.
And I think that's the hardest thing. That really is the hardest thing for me, even that my family doesn't realize that a vote for Trump is a vote against my family.
Now that is so important that you said that, because that is what I have been fighting for 30 years.
Yeah.
And I've family members, until it affects you and
Yes.
your human rights, your civil,
That's right.
your dignity, I don't care about your wallet and your taxes. Like that's the
right.
one thing. Like I have tried to explain to family members. Oh yeah, but I believe that you should be able to get married. Right. But do you understand that your vote is directly against my family and who I am?
And it's fine if you have different things, but at least own that.
Right.
And you know what? Be like, I'm really sorry that
But I won't talk to them.
my money is more important
than you and
yeah.
your children and their rights and your how do they ever say anything to you? Like, because I know as the kids get older, and they start asking questions because they realize, oh, our family's different. And I always would just give an answer to the question. I never give any more information because I feel like that's all they want to know. If they wanted to know more, they would ask another question. So I was and I know so many families of, sperm donor kids or adoptive, and they would give it too much information and they get like, oh, so that means, and so how do you talk to them about?
I get books about things like that, I guess, because you have to bring it up. A lot of the books that I've read on adoption in general is that their parents never brought it up.
Right,
and so they didn't feel like they were comfortable asking about it because their parents or ignored it. So you can't ignore it. And like what you do, you
answer the question.
Yeah, but sometimes they don't ask the question. And so I do sometimes just ask them, oh, do you feel okay about our family?
Right.
Oh, look, that family is just like our family.
Right.
And then see if it takes off. Sometimes we talk, if we read a book, then, we'll talk about, oh, you have a birth mom. But we don't know who she is.
Right. And I'm way nicer than her and blah, blah, and more talented.
Oh my gosh.
Kidding. I actually, when I used to travel, and I only had Henry, Henry used to, I used to have to go away to LA and blah, blah, when I had a career. And so he would get upset, and we wrote a book. I had my friend who's an illustrator.
I remember you telling me this.
When Mommy Goes Away.
Yes.
And it was all about every time I went, and we had pictures, like Mommy gets picked up in a car to go to an airport, and she's thinking about how she can't wait to talk to, you know what I mean? And it was really great. You guys should write a book.
We have a video that we show every day on Adoption Day of go and tell the story of how we went all the way across the world to go get them, We've been a little bit not as good. Yes, with our second one. So we have to still make
I know,
it.
that always happens. That's why I'm the third kid and I need a lot of attention. And they get along really, really well.
Really well, yeah.
They're very different.
Very different, yeah. Samaya wants to be an actress.
Samaya is a ball of fucking energy.
Totally.
And has an agenda. She is fucking hilarious. Segi is so fucking cute. I mean, they're
She's
just
behind
great.
the scenes, very grown up.
Right.
She just loves having real conversations with you. Yes.
I love her. When are we going out?
Name it.
Okay. We ask everyone on our podcast, where the fuck is Hennessy? Hennessy got up to get our next guest and then disappears.
She went to get
He.
coffee. Sorry.
You're in big trouble now. All right. We ask all our guests 2 questions.
Okay.
One, well, I know the answer to one. I'm at the point where I'm asking the last 2 questions, and you fucking disappear. Don't ignore me.
Oh, me?
Yes.
Oh, hi.
Okay, so question number 1, I think we both know the answer to.
Oh, it's annoying, right?
Yeah. Are you on any antidepressants? Have you ever been on antidepressants?
No.
Right. I know. But we have to ask because we're very pro whatever you need to, What do you do to de-stress?
Pray.
Yeah,
Nice.
you're a good prayer.
That's a meditation.
Yeah.
So
yoga.
do you walk around with the fucking yoga mat? I hate that shit.
Yeah, I do sometimes.
On Broadway.
No, well, only if I'm going to a yoga class. I don't just carry it around.
I hate when women are like carrying it around and I'm at like Le Pain, and like I shove bread in my mouth. So just, yeah.
Right.
I love going for walks along the water.
Yeah.
You're very well put together. You have good genes.
We have a lot of comics on this show.
Oh,
Yeah.
What do they do?
And
they're all
did you ever do
messed up.
23andMe? I just did 23andMe.
No.
I got to write a whole
What
bit.
is that?
It's when you do your DNA.
Oh.
Yeah. And I am 97% Ashkenazi Jew. So fucking annoying. Like, I really wanted something else.
I have a little Micronesian.
Wow.
I have Neanderthal.
I know you've got the OG humans.
Oh.
Yep. And I have Asian or Native American. I don't know what.
That's cool.
But I'm mostly European, 99.2%. So, and my grandparents were cousins, okay? And I have mental illness, yeah! Okay, and then our final question, and I love you. What pisses you off? Like, you're not an angry, I've noticed where you get pissed off, but it's very, you don't emote the venom, kind of. You know what I mean? You're not like me, who's like, fuck shit, God,
Oh, yeah.
So
you would stress me out.
Really?
Sometimes, yeah.
Yeah, I'm very vocal. I'm sorry. So what pisses you off the most, besides the fact that the bathroom was in our dressing room and everyone would shit and leave the door open? Okay.
Right now, it's people who are Christians who voted for Trump.
Right.
Trump pisses me off every day.
Right. The people who call themselves Christians and the evangelicals who allow a guy to say, I grab women's pussies and still vote. I mean,
but even,
what is that?
I mean, I can even get over that. I mean, it's more for me, like, the whole point is welcoming the immigrant.
Right.
Like, that's, I mean, everything Jesus says pretty much goes against. And so that just drives me crazy. Like, I don't know how you can call yourself. Nobody's perfect. We all make mistakes, but how you can call yourself a Christian and then support
that's
him.
why Jesus was killed.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now,
also Facebook drives me crazy. Like, I have a lot of friends who try and support him in like and that kind of drives me. I've gotten on a lot of Facebook fights.
Oh, I have to. I have to join because you don't know how much I love
Which
that.
is so unlike me, but yeah.
So as
She's
a Jew,
from Bensonhurst, for fuck's sake.
Remember when you weren't here and everything was going really
and
well?
You missed me, remember?
As a Jew, like, I grew up next to Italian Catholics. My mother would send mass cards. Like, we came from a very open sort of, you're Christian, I'm a Jew. I live in your house, you live in my house. It was very open. But I always felt like so many Christians had this thing against, like, you killed Jesus, and it really bothered me. And
a lot of Jews I've met, I'm sorry to interrupt, but are more Christ-like, if you will, than a lot of Christians I've met. A lot of atheists, for that matter.
Well, I mean, we believe Jesus existed.
Right.
And
No, I know.
we're still waiting for the Messiah because nothing's good enough for a Jew. So, but what, did you grow up with any of the...
Horrible racism.
You grew
against
up with...
every nationality.
Wow.
Horrible.
And so when you brought your kids home... did it take them a minute or?
No, they embraced them right away. That's my parents, because my parents weren't part of the.
Right. But around you, like, I knew, like, we had a KKK in our town. We had swastikas on our house. It was horrible.
Wow.
But we lived in this Italian Catholic Jewish area, this one side of town. The rest was like Polish and German and I hate you. So, yeah, it's... Like, how do you listen to that and not hate the Jews? Like, I
think the key is, and this is what a lot of people are saying now, you have to get outside, make friends with people outside, and find out what they think about all this thing. I think that's why the city is so accepting, because you can't. But, like, even the transgender issue now, I mean, I will be honest, I didn't really understand it. I didn't understand the bathroom issue. And then in church, my pastor talked about it, and he was like, listen, the people who use these bathrooms, they are the ones who get abused for going into...
Right.
And so then when he said that to me, I started doing more research, and now I'm really passionate about that issue.
Right.
But it's like, if I didn't, because I don't know many transgender people, that wasn't like an issue that was high on my list.
But you are someone who learns and takes the time to not be ignorant.
And that's the key.
Right.
If more people did that, I think then...
Right. And as I always say with the transgender bathroom issue, that, when Jeff Sessions is on a fucking airplane, it doesn't matter who goes in the goddamn bathroom, because there's only one bathroom. So shut the fuck up. It's...
Well, I know I like to go into the male bathrooms and jerk off at all the boys. Boys made it sound bad.
Right.
I should have said men.
Men. Yeah, that's great.
Okay.
All right. This is why you are constantly on voice probation.
Okay.
Kerry, I cannot thank you enough. I am the only thing we're missing is you singing. Because you have the most beautiful... Can you sing us out?
But won't it be cut?
Just no, it won't. Just
What?
a little bit of tomorrow.
No. Wait, yeah. Can you sing? All right. First of all, where can people find you?
Oh,
You're on Facebook.
So.
A
I'm
little
more
bit.
on Twitter. Kerry
Twitter.
Butler NYC.
Kerry Butler NYC, Kerrybutler
Yes.
NYC.
Yes.
Where else? What's coming? Anything?
I have a bunch of concerts. I have a concert at 54 Below.
When?
In the end of March. I think March 27th.
Oh my God, I have to go.
With Seth and
Yes, that's
and
right.
Kevin
I'm going to that.
Chamberlain and
Yes, I'm
Roger
going
Bart.
to that.
It's
I'm
really,
going to
really
that.
funny.
All
really
right.
funny. And then yeah, I'm just
And you'll
mostly-
be cast in something very
Hopefully,
soon.
yes.
I love you. I think
love
you're
you.
an amazing person.
Everyone YouTube her old commercials.
Yes. Thank you for being. Will you say hi to the kids? Can we please
Yes.
go out? I'm
Yes,
not
they
kidding.
were
We live 2
excited when I
blocks
told
away.
them. I know.
And we never fucking see each other.
Well, that's
What else do we have to do? Okay. We're gonna. Kerry Butler is gonna sing us out with her favorite song from Annie.
Oh gosh.
Don't act like you don't know. What?
Should I do it like Annie?
Yeah, do it like Annie.
My little 9-year-old self.
Yeah, do it like you did when
Tomorrow, I love you. Tomorrow, you're only a day away.
Yay!
You could.
Oh my God, you're fucking amazing. You are fucking amazing.
You could play any role now
right.
in that show.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Carrie. I
was
love
awesome.
you. I
Love
love
you.
your kids. And as we say here, so long!
And everything was wonderful. I'll see you soon. Thank you for the visit. So long.
This episode is brought to you by Progressive Insurance. You chose to hit play on this podcast today. Smart choice. Make another smart choice with Auto Quote Explorer to compare rates from multiple car insurance companies all at once. Try it at progressive.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Not available in all states or situations. Prices vary based on how you buy.